What's up guys, it's Duke here from sportsgamers.com, and today's Madden 20 tip, I want to drop a fire Nano Blitz from the Nickel 335 normal. This Blitz is unblockable. I'm going to show you guys how you can beat every protection scheme there is out there. We're going to go over max protect, also we're going to go over slide protection with ID of the mic. We're also going to go over, the double team ID, the mic combo that a lot of people like to use to roll out. I'm going to show you guys a secret tactic I use to make my blitzes much more effective and much harder to block. So I'm going to be running the Tampa 2 from the Nickel 335 normal. I'm going to not only show you guys all my adjustments to the screen on the blitz, but I'm also going to show you guys some coverage adjustments I might use against different types of offensive formations. So you guys are going to get my full adjustments. Now I'm going to be using this from the Baltimore Ravens playbook on defense. The Nickel 335 is in a few other books, but personally I feel like the Ravens is the best that has it. So that's what we're going to be looking at. I do like to have this defense with auto flip on, as you guys can see my settings, because I always do prefer, especially in shotgun formations, the nickel back, as you guys see auto flip is on, to be on the side of the field potentially opposite the running back, and like if there's a bunch of trips, really on the bunch of trip side. Now, there's obviously some formations that, there are going to be exceptions, but generally with auto flip on, you will see that be the case. Now, I will put your fastest corner as the nickel, the slot. This is a formation to where you can put safeties in at linebacker if you need to. We're really going to be using a safety, though, so I'd recommend your safeties are, comfortable guys to use her. Now, I probably just want to put your best corner, period, there. I probably just put whoever the fastest backup guy is. I'm not really going to look at the depth chart for the Chargers, but when I'm playing for real with my own team, definitely aren't going to put my best corner there, but my fastest backup. So Tampa 2 is the play. We're going to show it against a lot of different types of formations, shotgun, under center, all that. So I first want to look at a tight formation, and then I'll move on to some others. This tight doubles, we're in the Oakland playbook to get a lot of different looks. Now guys, I do want to remind you to please hit the subscribe button in the corner of the video and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss out when our videos go live. We upload videos every single day, a lot of fire content you're not going to find anywhere else. Now in the meantime, if you want more Madden 20 tips, if you're looking to improve your game on offense or defense, you can check out sportsgamers.com for some premium ebooks and tips. We have the best available. Alright, so guys, you can see with auto flip on, our nickel back is basically going to be opposite this running back. You can see he's on the two receiver side of the formation just as we like against his tight doubles. So the base setup I generally use is to blitz my linebackers down, which I hit right on the D-pad and then right on the right analog stick down to blitz them all. Then I just repeatedly press the coverage to make them go up in the gap just like that. Now the next thing I do is crash my D-line down. I do that by hitting left on the D-pad and down on the right analog stick, and it technically says to slant inside, crash down, slant inside, same thing. And then I just hit the contain by hitting LB, which is on Xbox, or L1 for PlayStation, and then RB for Xbox, and again R1 for PlayStation. So LB on Xbox, L1 for PlayStation to bring this menu up, and then for Xbox it's RB for the contain, R1 for PlayStation contain. So now if you need to move this corner in that's on the blitz angle, so he's next to the defensive end, you can do that. Some formations you will, some you won't, it really just depends, but you want him on the contain. Now the next thing I do is I take the safety on the whichever safety I feel more comfortable using, depending upon formation. Honestly with a tight, you could go either way. I'm just going to take the one on the left here, but I just generally take the one I feel more comfortable, taking out of the deep in coverage. And then, I'm going to put him on a blitz angle, and I'm going to stand right behind this D tackle. So his blitz angle's like this. Now, past this, you're definitely going to need to adjust your coverage. Like against a tight formation, for instance, I'll put the left corner in a quarter zone, and I'll put the safety in inside third. So he's going to go back over the middle. That way, this guy's dropping deep. This guy's back over the middle. Now here, I sometimes will actually leave this guy in a cloud. Sometimes I'll put him in a third or a quarter. I mean, it really just depends. But I'll mix that up. I do know that I'm going to get quick heat here, so there'll definitely be times where I'll literally have no over-the-top coverage and just have a bunch of flats and maybe one deep zone, and I'll get risky. But I can do that because with this blitz, I know that it's basically, like I said, it is unblockable. So, like, if you just look at max protect, you guys will notice that it's going to get in very easily. All right, guys. Now, because I know I'm getting pressure fast with this blitz, I could technically get real aggressive and sometimes just lead clouds and not have any deep zones. But not all the time will I get risky like that. But the bottom line is, if you do want to get risky, that's okay because this blitz is definitely gonna scream. So I do make sure that my blitz angle is basically to the right A gap when running this blitz with my user, and I don't really actually blitz him. I'll kind of explain it in the replay. But what I do is I basically just let him take a step forward, like the computer take a step forward, and what happens is that causes the O-line and really the running back to kind of just dumb out. And once I see that they've dumbed out, then I'm just looking to defend the short middle. Like here you guys can see, I just basically jump like the drag, the slant, whatever quick route there is over the middle of the field. Now guys, I only do this if I see max protect. Like if I see the running back or tight end go out on a route, I know that like I don't even need to do this, so I won't even like let the computer take a step forward. I'll just drop straight back into coverage, and that will be that. But like when you're screaming like this, you guys can see that there's really nothing available for them to even hit. You guys can see this guy comes off that edge really fast, and he's able to get in there for the sack, and he's not going to get blocked. Alright guys, so let's look at this against under center formation now. Like I said, I do want to show several examples. This blitz will also work really good against under center. So if you see someone in under center, this is a fine blitz to run. Granted, I probably wouldn't recommend running this against like wing tight or wing tight 2 or I form tight. But I mean, if someone's just running a regular type under center formation to where, yeah, maybe you have to worry about a dive or an occasional run, but they're more so passing, then this is a blitz you can feel good about under center. Again, this blitz is to be used against passing type situations. If you know that your opponent's running, you want to get an actual run defense. But again, setup's the same. I'm going to go ahead and crash my D-line down or slant inside. Again, I hit left on the D-pad and down on the right analog stick. I'm going to blitz all my linebackers by hitting right on the D-pad and down on the right analog stick. And then I'm just going to press repeatedly until they go in the box. That shouldn't take more than a second or two. Now, this formation also, I do need to move this corner in. So he's next to the defensive end. So when I hit LB, RB to the QB contain, he's the one on the contain and not the D end. So at this point, I'm going to do the same exact setup. And this is fine, like whether they max protect or not. Like first play I did max protect, this play I won't. So you guys can see, if I see that there's no max protect, I kind of like use her a bit differently. So guys, I'm still going to have my blitz angle though, and have my blitz angle into the right A gap. But if I see that only one of the running back or tight end blocks and not both of them, basically, as soon as I see that, I'm basically no longer like faking my rush. I'm essentially, as soon as I see one of those two guys go out, I'm dropping back over the middle, maybe going to snag a corner out, whatever, depending upon the adjustments I've used, whatever I can see coming open. Now again, guys, you see, you get two guys free here, so if they just block one, obviously it's not going to be enough. It's when they max protect and do the slide protection, i.e. the Mike double team. That's when you have to kind of pretend like you're blitzing with your user to get everything in no matter what. Now, we all know that like Gun Bunch has very good blocking schemes. This is, one of the blocking schemes most people will try to utilize. So I'm going to go over the advanced max protect. A lot of times in my videos, I have people that ask me to say, well, what if you slide this way and ID the other guy? What if you double team this guy and then ID this guy? The most advanced stuff, I always have people ask me about it. Well, this video, we're going to go over exactly how I deal with advanced adjustments like that. So the setup is the same. As you guys can see, bunch is actually a really good formation to show this against, because here's an example of a formation where the nickelback already is lined up on the contain, so you don't even have to move him. So bunch is actually a really great formation to use this blitz against. And we're going to do the same thing with having our user on that blitz angle right over the D tackle. And you guys are going to notice that first thing I'll do is I'll slide protect away from the running back with max protect and ID this blitzer over here. That is what a lot of people try to do to try to roll out. And as you guys can see, that's not going to work. As yes, I'm able to get the pressure off the left picked up with that adjustment. But you guys just saw I had additional, so you see the running back blocks the guy on the left. I had two people come off the right, and neither of which got blocked. So I had three people coming at the quarterback here. And, obviously, if there's three people coming at the quarterback, they're going to be in for a long day, to say the least. Now, this same thing, the same exact setup, will work with the other popular blocking scheme where they double team and ID the mic off of max protect from the same side. So what that's going to look like is this. So we're going to first max protect, then we're going to double team this guy and ID this guy. This is the other thing people try to do a lot. And this does not work either. So again, we're going to crash the line down, blitz our linebackers, press until they go in the gap, then we're going to contain, and we're just going to come up with our user, get ourselves on the blitz angle, and we're going to set up our cover adjustments as follows. So like, again, you don't have to do this. These are just some adjustments I like. I really like the quarter zone when there's a wide receiver, split wide, because the quarter zone is not going to allow you to get beat deep for a one-play touchdown just off a streak. We don't want any just free touchdowns. Now this is safe over on this side of the field. And then really, I'm just looking for any quick routes because I know like they're not going to have time to let a one-play touchdown like deep post type thing develop. They're going to have to dot me quick over the middle or maybe like a quick corner. Or like if I see guys coming out the backfield flats, like yeah, obviously I'll check that. But I know they don't have any time for long developing routes. So, I can play aggressive with my user. So here's the blocking scheme I was just referring. So again, you guys can see that it's going to get heat both ways. So they're not going to be able to get away from this pressure. Now, I know you guys might be wondering, how would you really run this blitz if they're maybe in more so a spread formation where, you can't blitz so heavily because, they're not going to max protect to begin with? Well, I mean, that's honestly very easy to do. So if they're in a formation like spread where like really the most they can do is block the running back and maybe motion block, but most of the time, people in spread, they're probably not motion blocking anyways because they, if they're going to be in spread, they're just, they're in spread for a reason, right? Spread you out. So if I see something like that, I can still run this blitz, but I'm definitely going to have to run it a bit differently. So, this time what I'm going to end up doing is first of all, I have to base align against spread, and then I have to do the same thing, crash the linebackers down, press till they come in the gap, move this guy in. But here's the thing, like, again, I can change the coverage up, do my quarter zones, whatever. First of all, in a situation like this, I might bring the safeties down in the box. I might man this guy up even, and then I might just watch this one with my user. But, I don't have to do any fake rushing. I can put myself on the blitz angle, but I definitely don't have to fake rush. And past that, like, I really don't have to blitz all these extra guys. So, I might throw out some zones. Like, really, I can get by with blitzing 5 people. Even less, honestly. But I can definitely, add zones to the game. So, like, I'll blitz the nickel back and this linebacker. But, if I want to man up this running back in case he goes out, if I want to put this guy in a hook zone to protect against a slant, or even put this guy in another hook zone to protect against a slant, and then just basically watch this seam myself, like, I can do that. And again, if I'm standing here with a fast player, they're not going to be able to snap throw a streak because I can just run back and guard that myself. So, like, you guys can see here, I can just run back and take that away. Or, I can even man him up and then not even have to worry about that. A type formation where the blocking is just not as powerful, you definitely could just control a linebacker. So, like, I might still bring the safeties in the box, and I might even man them up on the slots if I'm really worried about a slot streak that much, and put quarter zones on the outside receivers. But, past that, I can easily just control this linebacker on the running back side and kind of just bait, the middle of the field. Like, if I see slant, I can guard it. If I see the running back go out on a route, I can just guard him myself. So like here, if they send the running back out on a route, I can do the exact same thing I just did. And if I see the running back go out on a route, I can just go take him myself. And, it's going to be good. And again, we don't have to man up these guys. We don't even have to move them. It just is, I feel like, a little bit better coverage if you do man them up, if you're going to play like this. And then, we can just be responsible for the running back or the quick slant over the middle of the field ourselves. Again, here, if they send the running back out, and we see that, as soon as I see that, I'm just peeling off, going to check that running back. And, these types of blitzes where I'm playing like this, I can't tell you how many times I've got a pick 6 on a route like that. Only other thing you might give up is maybe a smart routed out route, but at that point, we can definitely just stick in the base cover 2, and if we really want to take that away, and just stick in the base cover 2 with the cloud flats on the outside, and then keep the safeties in the deep halves, and not do quarters on the outside. If they're hitting those out routes, all we have to do is take it away with some cloud flats and not put them in quarters. So, this defense does give you flexibility to take away anything the offense is throwing at you as far as route combos. You can blitz crib to beat any sort of protection scheme, but then also if you go up against a formation with not as good blocking like spread, you can blitz less players and, still get home against, simple block running back. You can use this against shotgun or under center. We can really attack any offensive formation really easily with this defense. Now, one of the great things about it is it's good coverage too, so if you want to mix in coverage, you're able to do that. The only thing with this defense is I would not recommend using it against heavy runners. If someone wants to come out and pound you, there are definitely better defenses to defend the run out there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. I'll be back with some more Madden 20 tips